Hi, this is Makho for Simply Rise magazine. I'm here at the Women's Holiday Tea, and this event is brought to you by the Brotherhood-Sister Sol organization. I gotta be honest with you, I'm looking forward to spending the afternoon with all these wonderful ladies, and so stay tuned to Simply Rise magazine to find out what this event brings, plus more.
My name is Gwen Wilcox, and I'm so glad to be here to host yet the 6th annual Women's Holiday Tea.
So could you tell us how you got involved with the Brotherhood-Sister Sol organization?
Yes, well, my sister was working here as at some point she became the co-executive director because she started the Sister Sol portion of the Brotherhood, and that was about 16, 17 years ago. And I would periodically go to events and meet a lot of the staff, other staff, and many of the youth, and just was really always intrigued about what they did with so little and had such wonderful successes. So about 6 years ago, I thought there's something I should be doing. I mean, there's something, going to the event was really, writing a check here and there, buying something here and there to support the organization. But, there's more than I could be doing. So I like to drink tea. So a lot of my friends like drinking tea. So I thought, what better idea than to have a women's tea, and we invite all our close friends. And from there, it just has expanded. Our network has expanded. So we really have a lot more ambassadors who really support the organization and who can spread the word about the organization as well as be supporters.
What's the difference between the Brotherhood and Sister Sol? Is it all one organization, all one goal? What's the difference between the two?
No, we're absolutely one organization, but it started out as a rites of passage program doing single-sex programming for young men and young women. And the idea was to take young people through a 4 to 6 year process of having them define for themselves what it means to be a man or a woman, a brother or sister, and a leader. And so that's really the foundation of our work, really, sort of understanding that young people know what's right, but not always having the will to do it. So having them connect with other young people who are also coming from a very positive place.
It's a great event here today. So did you organize this event?
The event was actually organized by my sister, Gwen Wilcox, who is now a board member of the organization, loves tea, loves hanging out with women, and thought this would be a great way to really celebrate the organization. So while it's a woman-centered event, it's for the Brotherhood-Sister Sol. Most of our work is done in a co-educational way, but this event is just a way to really bring together women who care about helping young people and also who love to drink tea.
That's fantastic. I love tea. I'm looking forward to having some tea later. So where do you see the organization in 10, 15, 20 years?
I think in many ways what we do now is what we want to do moving forward. We provide really intimate connections to young people. We're not an organization that in 20 years we're going to be working with 5,000 kids, because we want to know all the young people and we want them to know us as well. And so ideally we'll be in a larger space because we're in a small brownstone in Harlem now. We bought land next to it and we really want to develop that. So hopefully we'll be in a lovely space now that's an environmentally green building, and really be sustained in a way that we don't have to worry about sort of the day-to-day of making an organization happen, but really caring about the long-term development of young people.
Why do you think a program like this or an organization like this is so important for our young people?
We fill a gap for young people who don't have. And whether that's not having access to quality education, not having a network of adults who are really going to support them and care for them, we fill in that gap. And there's so many young people in our communities that need people to be that bridge for them so that they can succeed and they can achieve their dreams.
So you spoke a little earlier and you told us about the travels that you've done with the organization. So tell us about your most favorite or most memorable trip that you took.
Actually, South Africa and Ghana were both the most favorite because you got to go to Africa in general. South Africa was my first when I was 15. So imagine your parents letting you go abroad for a whole month with an organization and you don't really know what you're going to do, even though we have an itinerary, and just the ability to just travel and get out of Manhattan and Harlem and just see the world was just beautiful.
So this is the 6th year for the tea. So do you plan on keeping it, or are you going to change it to a dinner at some point, or is it always going to be a tea?
As long as I'm involved, it's still going to be a tea. I love having tea, and I love to just, I think it gives women an opportunity to sit and talk with each other. And so this year is actually a little bit of an experiment because we have 8 women at a table, and in the past we've always had 4 or 6. But we thought because of our increased numbers, we needed to increase the size of the table. But based upon the noise and the smiles and laughter that you hear, I think we hit it on the mark. With having 8 women at a table, they're still able to talk with each other and converse and have fun. And that's what this is about.
So this is a great event. Thank you so much for having us here.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.